She wishes she had followed her childhood dream of becoming an actress. She wishes she had followed her childhood dream of becoming an actress. I have to. I have to. Shouldn't he be a therapist every year? Shouldn't he be a therapist every year? Should not be discovered. Should not be discovered. Brown is the color of dirt. Brown is the color of dirt. I'm not firing you. I'm not firing you. My parents were traveling to Europe last month. My parents were traveling to Europe last month. May I have your order, please? May I have your order, please? I watched a great concert last night and I have to tell you. I watched a great concert last night and I have to tell you. Was your half-brother the manager? Was your half-brother the manager? Who has the guitar on stage? Who has the guitar on stage? Viable. Viable. I will appoint you. I will appoint you. I will be thinking of you today. I will be thinking of you today. The situation is beyond savior. The situation is beyond savior. Borrow. Borrow. Do you always have such an unhealthy lunch? Do you always have such an unhealthy lunch? How many sisters and how many brothers do you have? How many sisters and how many brothers do you have? We don't believe. We don't believe. Beneficiary. Beneficiary. They should have called a taxi instead of walking. They should have called a taxi instead of walking. Often live. Often live. I will travel to Europe next month. I will travel to Europe next month. Things. Things. After 2 years she shouldn't be singing. After 2 years she shouldn't be singing. Could you please close the window? It's getting cold. Could you please close the window? It's getting cold. They've seen the Grand Canyon. They've seen the Grand Canyon. You rarely get over it. You rarely get over it. The dog wags its tail. The dog wags its tail. Is your father a physiologist? Is your father a physiologist? Where can I find spices? Where can I find spices? I was too late to catch the train. I was too late to catch the train. She can be a waitress at dawn. She can be a waitress at dawn. Can't you create it later? Can't you create it later? Will he dive? Will he dive? Thanks in advance. Thanks in advance. We must help those in need. We must help those in need. Can you pass the salt, please? They asked. Can you pass the salt, please? They asked. Avoid strenuous activities for the next few days. Avoid strenuous activities for the next few days. It's not important. It's not important. His half-brother was a scavenger. His half-brother was a scavenger. You should have a physical exam once a year. You should have a physical exam once a year. Can you give us advice? Can you give us advice? Your uncle was a nutritionist. Your uncle was a nutritionist. They played tennis in the afternoon. They played tennis in the afternoon. Drink some more wine. Drink some more wine. I usually go to bed at 10 o'clock. I usually go to bed at 10 o'clock. They finished their homework on time. They finished their homework on time. I will travel to Europe next month. I will travel to Europe next month. I want to see the new blockbuster movie. I want to see the new blockbuster movie. Can't we shoot at dusk? Can't we shoot at dusk? My parents were receptionists. My parents were receptionists. They can't try. They can't try. Then I can analyze. Then I can analyze. Can you count now? Can you count now? I won't be able to go on vacation this year. I won't be able to go on vacation this year. I give up. I give up. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Shouldn't we guarantee 5 midnight later? Shouldn't we guarantee 5 midnight later? Should we work overtime to meet the deadline? Should we work overtime to meet the deadline? Avoid asking questions. Avoid asking questions. She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. I should mention 10 years. I should mention 10 years. You should turn off the lights when you leave the room. You should turn off the lights when you leave the room. Geo-targeting. Geo-targeting. There would be no hostess at dawn. There would be no hostess at dawn. I do not know what to say. I do not know what to say. Aware. Aware. He always forgets his keys. He always forgets his keys. Legendary. Legendary. She has been doing yoga for years. She has been doing yoga for years. We saw them at the restaurant. We saw them at the restaurant. He has been working on his novel for months. He has been working on his novel for months. They had eaten before going to the movies. They had eaten before going to the movies. They had their cats neutered at the veterinary clinic. They had their cats neutered at the veterinary clinic. Can we finish this by the end of the day? Can we finish this by the end of the day? What is the price? What is the price? The letter from him contained exciting news. The letter from him contained exciting news. If he doesn't get better, he could lose his job. If he doesn't get better, he could lose his job. Sorry for looking. Sorry for looking. They gratefully accepted the gift. They gratefully accepted the gift. Your stepson was the driver. Your stepson was the driver. They are looking forward to the weekend. They are looking forward to the weekend. The delivery date of the book I borrowed from the library is tomorrow. The delivery date of the book I borrowed from the library is tomorrow. He had a guitar technician nail his guitar. He had a guitar technician nail his guitar. She is knitting a scarf. She is knitting a scarf. How can you be late? How can you be late? They were discussing the project budget. They were discussing the project budget. Will we shepherd often? Will we shepherd often? We usually go for a walk in the evening. We usually go for a walk in the evening. If I had known, I would have brought an umbrella. If I had known, I would have brought an umbrella. He saved money to buy a new laptop. He saved money to buy a new laptop. The stepdaughter's hairdresser. The stepdaughter's hairdresser. Maybe some cereal instead. Maybe some cereal instead. I go to the gym every day. I go to the gym every day. I went to the school today. I went to the school today. He will have finished reading the book by tomorrow. He will have finished reading the book by tomorrow. Is there a sushi counter in the store? Is there a sushi counter in the store? What do you get? What do you get? Does this creature actually exist? Does this creature actually exist? I don't know. I don't know. Could you please pass me the remote? Could you please pass me the remote? Would he be an ambassador every month? Would he be an ambassador every month? I couldn't. I couldn't. There is no water in the bottle. There is no water in the bottle. Sandwich stuffing. Sandwich stuffing. Where can I find baby care products? Where can I find baby care products? If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. The fryer is perfect for making French fries. The fryer is perfect for making French fries. I rarely cover. I rarely cover. You can work. You can work. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark of Paris. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark of Paris. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. As far as I know. As far as I know. For example. For example. It will open in 1 minute. It will open in 1 minute. He cleaned his room on Saturday. He cleaned his room on Saturday. After a month they can become carpenters. After a month they can become carpenters. Can't blame 5 p.m.? Can't blame 5 p.m.? I can't advertise after 4 minutes. I can't advertise after 4 minutes. It should not meet once a month. It should not meet once a month. How much will my treatment cost? How much will my treatment cost? Shouldn't it then? Shouldn't it then? Come down. Come down. Tony, shall we play hide and seek with you? Tony, shall we play hide and seek with you? Your daughter is an artist. Your daughter is an artist. He's mopping the floors. He's mopping the floors. Didn't you survive 4 years ago? Didn't you survive 4 years ago? Can we feel it next year? Can we feel it next year? What are you selling today? What are you selling today? How often do you go to parties? How often do you go to parties? Let's eat. Let's eat. I can't train often. I can't train often. I learned to sew to make my own clothes. I learned to sew to make my own clothes. Is that how you pronounce it? Is that how you pronounce it? I will study for the exam tonight. I will study for the exam tonight. Do you like fishing? Do you like fishing? He needs to brush his teeth before going to bed. He needs to brush his teeth before going to bed. Can you get me some food? Can you get me some food? They usually have lunch in the office cafeteria. They usually have lunch in the office cafeteria. Whose house is this? Whose house is this? Did you drink coffee in Turkey? Did you drink coffee in Turkey? He works out in the gym. He works out in the gym. He jogs in the park every morning. He jogs in the park every morning. It must be climbed frequently. It must be climbed frequently. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. It should have been after 5 nights. It should have been after 5 nights. They decided to adopt a dog from the shelter. They decided to adopt a dog from the shelter. You should not make assumptions about others. You should not make assumptions about others. Was your son a journalist? Was your son a journalist? Now do you want to talk to me about my sons? Now do you want to talk to me about my sons? Is your friend a doctor? Is your friend a doctor? After 3 seconds, it should be the ranger. After 3 seconds, it should be the ranger. His stepson cameraman. His stepson cameraman. The boy group played with 5 different balls. The boy group played with 5 different balls. Are you the monthly warrior? Are you the monthly warrior? We are injured. We are injured. Why did not you call me? Why did not you call me? Raspberry. Raspberry. His wife was a cardiologist. His wife was a cardiologist. Can they insist right away? Can they insist right away? A strong brand is essential for success in today's competitive market. A strong brand is essential for success in today's competitive market. Design. Design. What kind of support do you give to our project? What kind of support do you give to our project? Does he judge? Does he judge? My family goes to work by bus. My family goes to work by bus. I found a rare coin in the market. I found a rare coin in the market. They can run fast. They can run fast. They wouldn't be stewardesses at sunrise. They wouldn't be stewardesses at sunrise. He was born on a sunny day. He was born on a sunny day. Can I have your contact number, please? Can I have your contact number, please? We became urologists one night ago. We became urologists one night ago. They cannot fly. They cannot fly. They bought new clothes yesterday. They bought new clothes yesterday. This is good. This is good. I have a skin rash. I have a skin rash. It didn't work last night. It didn't work last night. But first you need to get a driver's license. But first you need to get a driver's license. We went to school. We went to school. The train will arrive in 20 minutes. The train will arrive in 20 minutes. They are having dinner at a restaurant tomorrow. They are having dinner at a restaurant tomorrow. Still, some questions remain unanswered. Still, some questions remain unanswered. She was taking a shower after training in the gym. She was taking a shower after training in the gym. Is he a taxi driver? Is he a taxi driver? 4 I am in the room with the toys. 4 I am in the room with the toys. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm going to church. I'm going to church. Where did you get that shirt? Asked. Where did you get that shirt? Asked. Can you explain my diagnosis to me? Can you explain my diagnosis to me? We used to go to the beach every weekend. We used to go to the beach every weekend. You can't pass the exam if you don't study. You can't pass the exam if you don't study. Do you like sweet or salty more? Do you like sweet or salty more? Could you please turn off the lights on your way out? Could you please turn off the lights on your way out? Please contact me or the team if you have any questions. Please contact me or the team if you have any questions. This is good for me. This is good for me. They always go for a walk after dinner. They always go for a walk after dinner. May I be interested? May I be interested? He doesn't eat sugar. He doesn't eat sugar. I support you as your teacher. I support you as your teacher. I can't wait to see it again. I can't wait to see it again.